Well, you know what time it is. It's time for episode 5 of Millennium County. So, this is what I've done so far. I added a section onto the bench. Brought it out 14 inches because I needed more room for some of the buildings. So it's built out, all glued down, it's good and solid. Then over here, I plastered some of the joints so that they'll be flat when it's finished. This whole thing's going to be painted black to simulate asphalt. And then I'll add scenery and grass and everything in the areas when the time is right. Some of the buildings over there, you can see them maybe a little bit. They're going to be going over here and here. I'll show you when they're set, and they'll look pretty good, I hope. I finished the last puzzle for the moment. That one right there. It's framed and hung and ready to go, so we're done with puzzles for a while. I'm going to do a custom-made puzzle of me working here in the train room, but that's going to be down the road a little bit so as soon as I have something worth taking a picture of. And I can't wait to get that done when the time comes. But anyway, I've got this area here. I'm making some rocks for this over here. Like a rock face. So I'm going to have to make probably about 5 of them, I guess. So there's one already that's waiting for the plaster to set. I haven't really started doing the highlights on the mountains yet. That's going to be soon. It'll probably be in this episode at a later date. Next few days or so. In the meantime, I did clean up the room. It looks so much better. It was a big mess. As a matter of fact, here, let me take the camera off the tripod. Hopefully. Okay. And I'll give you an idea of what I've done. It's so much cleaner now. I cleaned up this whole bench. It was piled with all kinds of stuff before. All my supplies are stacked in the corner neatly now, so I'll be grabbing them as I need them. It's just a lot cleaner. Underneath the benches, well, I still got that mess to clean up yet. But I did clean up over there. I've got some empty boxes here that need to be broken down and stored since they're brand new. And yes, these boxes are actually all empty, except for one, I believe. So, things are looking pretty good so far. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to keep these things too long, each segment. There'll be other segments in this episode, so when the time is right, I'll be filming, and we'll go from there. So, stay tuned. I'll be back shortly. Well, whenever. Bye. Alright, we're back again. I love saying that. Alright, while you were gone, well, you guys weren't really gone, but I've been busy. I did the blacktop coating on the bench tops where there's going to be buildings and what have you. Now these are not permanently set, at least that's not. The gas station is permanently set because that's where it's going to go. The Dairy Queen is permanently set. That's where that's going to go. Domino's, that's set. Now I've got a lot of stuff I've got to do. We're going to have landscaping, parking lines, the handicap spots. A lot of work to do there yet, but that'll be probably in the near future. Now here is a marker where the new bank is going to go. I haven't bought the bank yet. That could be a couple of months away. But that's where it's going to go. We have the Jiffy Lube over there. We have the post office over there. And we have the Ford dealership down there. That's going to be all fenced in and set up when the time comes. Now over here where these two little sheets of paper are, there's going to be a backdrop strip mall. Once again, I won't be buying that probably for a couple of months or so. But that's where that's going to go. Yeah, we see all blacktop is done. Now I am going to make a road, but I'm trying something new I saw done on the website that I go to a lot for the trains. They actually print a road on the printer, a conventional printer, and then put it on a real piece of thin styrene plastic and glue it down so it actually looks like a real road. And you get the wear marks, the cracks, everything. And it looks really cool, so I'm going to give that a shot. It's going to be a little tricky, though, to get the angles and the curves and all right, so that's going to take a little bit of experimentation. So it might be a while before that gets done. Now over here, there's going to be probably a superhighway stretch. And of course over here inside is the passenger line track. And then over here on the outside is all the freighter tracks. So that's where we're at with that. I got some stuff in today in the mail. I got my girder bridges, piers, bridge abutments, a couple more turnouts, and some switch machines. I got 6 of those. Got my, what do you call this? My ballast spreader machine. That's pretty cool. There it is. So, but that's a ways off yet. Still got to put down the road bed, the track. That could be weeks or even months away. I don't know yet. And I still have to do the highlights on the mountains with the other colors, the dry brushing. Oh, and I did this too. The storm drain pipe is painted concrete now. And of course this whole area is actually going to be like a lake bed when the time comes, and we'll have the fake water in it. So that's where we're at right now. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this segment, and we'll start another segment when I get more stuff done. Until then, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Hi. In this segment, we're going to look at bridges that I'm painting. The girder bridge has just been painted. It's a flat, almost like just a flat black. It hasn't been weathered yet, but it looks a lot better than the gray that it comes in. I'll be doing that one too here in a few minutes. I also did this one here. They look much better when they're black. And once they're weathered, they'll look just like the real thing, hopefully. So I just wanted to take a minute to show you this. And I'm going to go ahead and break away for a minute, and I'll show you the other beam girder as soon as it's painted. And we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Well, that's it. I'm done painting the girder beam. It looks pretty good. Still needs to be weathered, but that'll be done later on. The main thing is painted the flat black to match what you'd see in real life. Once we get some rust stains and dirt and what have you, it'll look good. So, with that, we're going to conclude this segment. I'll be back again when I do something else. Stay tuned. Bye. Okay, welcome back to the final segment of episode 5 of Millennium County's construction. There'll be more episodes, of course. This is just the final segment of this episode. Been pretty busy the last couple of days. I cleaned up this whole area over here so I can start figuring out what needs to go for track. A lot of planning with this stuff. So those 3 tracks there, these here, these are going to be the freight main lines. And this track here is going to be the passenger main lines. Now what I plan on doing is, and this is just a rough draft of course, but I'm going to have the track come upward and go over the top of the freighters. It's going to be closest to the wall over here to save space. Originally I was going to put it out here and thought, well, that's probably not the smartest idea because then I'm going to lose a whole section. And this is actually going to be the industrial area. So putting the track out here, the main lines, freight main lines, makes more sense. The inside line will also have turnouts on it and tracks that will go to each industrial building. We have an ice plant. There's going to be a UPS warehouse, and I'm not sure what else there'll be just yet. There's a tire factory. There'll be as much as I can squeeze in here. Now, I'm thinking that I might actually have a fold-down wing here, right in this area here, right here. I can fold up and lock in. The buildings will actually be attached to it, and the track will mate up when it's folded up. So this way, if I have to do any work over here, I can just fold the table down. I can get to everything, because this was the problem I had with the last track assembly I had. I had such deep tables I couldn't get back near the tracks or any other thing for that matter. But if you can't reach it, that's going to be a problem. So, I'm thinking about doing that. It won't be much. It'll probably only be maybe a foot or two out. And about right to here. Because right here, I don't know if you can really see that too well, but this is where the printer is going to go, and I ordered it's a lift shelf that's actually was originally designed for kitchen use for putting your Mixmaster mixer on. It's a great idea. And the whole thing folds down underneath the shelf out of the way. When you want to use it, you fold it up, it locks in place. And I can use my 3D printer because I'm going to be using this heavily down the road to make parts for the train room. You know, buildings possibly, or signals, whatever. There'll be all kinds of things I could probably manufacture. But I don't really have a place for this machine. So I thought, well, there's a good idea. We'll just mount it under there. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to put it under this particular cabinet yet, this bench yet, or one of the other ones. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that because I really have to look at accessibility and room, and there's a lot of things that come into play with this. So I may wind up doing it over there in the other corner, right over there. And that might be a better place. I don't know yet. I'll have to wait and see. I'll figure that out when the time comes. But anyway, getting back to matters in hand, I still haven't done the final touch-ups on the mountains yet, but I will get to that. It'll probably be in the next segment, hopefully. But what I have been doing is laying the road bed and getting it prepared for the track, which still is a month away. But let me break off for a minute here. I'll reposition the camera so we get a better view of what I'm doing. Hang on just a second. Okay, we're back. Now, this is what I've done so far. Like I said, the lifting there is just a mock-up for the moment. But I have laid and this is a rubberized roadbed, not the cork. It's what they sent me. It'll work. It's fine. Because it'll be covered with ballast anyway when it's all finished, so you really it won't make a difference. But it's actually easier to work with than the cork. I wouldn't have thought it would be, but it is. So I've got, let's see, this here, this is the middle main line. This is the third main line. This is the first main line. There's a siding here and a siding here. And then farther back there's going to be two tracks to go up, and it basically falls all the way around because of the steepness of it. Disregard the bridges at the moment. It goes all the way around up into the staging area, which is on the other side of that tunnel. Yeah, so then over here I've got, this is what's left of one of my homemade bridges. I may use it. I've got some work to do on it because I'm going to need a single and a double to cover all three lines. Once again, still not really sure what I'm going to do there yet, but we'll see as we go. I've got the roadbed curves around here. This is the one for the passenger line. It stops there. That's where those two plate girder bridges are going to go, right across here. So I'm going to continue on with that, either later today or possibly tomorrow. And I'm also going to start plotting where these tracks need to go as it goes around. I still have to build my pass-through, which is going to be right there between the two. I don't know if it's going to swing up or swing down yet. I have to look at what's most feasible. And it's going to be kind of tricky because of the way it's going to be designed, but we'll see. I'm using the staging area now as a storage facility for my supplies, but they should be dwindling down soon enough, hopefully. But anyway, so, and you've seen the rest, the buildings. Like I said, I haven't gone any further with that just yet. But I'll keep you up to date when I do. So I guess that's about it for this segment then. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned. There'll be more to come. Lots more by the looks of it. This is not an overnight project. This could take conceivably a year, maybe longer. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for your participation and watching. I really appreciate it. It's kind of fun to do these films. And we'll see you for the next episode. Take care. Bye.